Hey everyone, I guess I'll show you how to do a GUI now. So first of all, I want to make the start menu. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to click on new scene. Then I made some changes, so I'll save it. Then I'll grab the, let's see, in my textures, I'm going to grab the duck hunt graphic here. Just drag it out there. I'm gonna make it larger. And now I'm gonna add a button. Once again, I'm gonna make it smaller. And guess I'll change the size here. The size here, okay. So when creating buttons, one thing that you'll notice, actually let me put this at free aspect, is that when you change the size here, notice how the button got super huge? Well, if you notice on the bottom, it's staying the same size in terms of the game camera, but on here, it's getting way smaller. Or, I mean, the button's getting way bigger, but the duck hunt graphics getting way smaller. So in order to fix that, what you need to do is you'll notice how there's these triangle things. Well, click and drag them to each corner of the button. And now, when I do this, it now shrinks. Which is exactly what I want it to do. Okay, so now we're going to create a new script. This one will just be, let's do menu manager. Okay, and I'll make sure I'll zoom in. Okay, so what we want is, actually let's just get rid of this. We only want one function. Make a public void. We'll call this load level. And we'll pass in the name of the level. And what we're going to do is type in here application.load level, and we're going to pass in the name. And that's pretty much all we're going to do with that. So now what we can do is just we'll drag this onto our canvas so that we have it here. Then on button, we're going to drag, we'll press this, we'll drag our canvas on here. Then we're going to choose menu manager, then load level. Okay. Now, in order to switch levels, what you need to do is you need to go to File, then Build Settings. Then you need to add current. Make sure you save. Get rid of that. So we have our menu. Now switch to your other scene. Let me see if I can find it. It's just right here. File, build setting, add current. Okay, then switch back to your menu. So now let's look at the name. The name was test scene. So now what we need to do is we need to click on the canvas. Actually, no, click on the button. And then now, wait, let me make sure. Test scene, okay. Just type in test scene. So now when we press play and we click on the button, our level loads. Okay, now let's go back to the scene, and now we're going to add graphics for the for the game. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to go to UI, then image, then I'll call this back panel, and I'm gonna go to image and I'm going to change it to the background that I have. Unfortunately it's kind of low res, but that's alright. I'm going to use this background for the bullets. I'm going to duplicate this 2 more times. This will be for all the ducks, and this one will be for the points. Okay, now let's add another image. I'll name this bullet. And once again, I'll select the graphic for it. And I'll duplicate that 2 more times. And once again, I'll add more, another image. This time, I'll name this duck icon. Now I need to search for it. Here we go. So for here, I think there was 8 ducks. So I'll do 8 of them. And you don't even have to do it this way. In fact, you should probably make it look more like the game. But I'm just doing this like this so that it's really quick. Okay, now I need to go to create, then UI, then text, and this will be for the score. So I'm gonna type in score, and I'm just going to put a bunch of zeros. And I'll change it so that it's on the right side. And I'll change the color to white. I'm going to move this into here. One thing that's kind of neat is this best fit. So if you click here, now the text will scale dynamically, which is kind of nice. Okay, now once again I need to go through and move the triangles. I'm just going to do this really quick. And once again, this is to help with the scaling. And bullet. Oops. Now the duck icons. And yes, this does take a long time, but it's necessary. Oops. And finally, the score. Okay, so now that we've done that, we'll want to create a new script. This will be called GUI Manager, and since I already have one, I'll name this too. Okay. So for this, I'm not going to show you exactly what the code is, because by this point you should know what it is. But I'm going to make a public array of game objects called bullets. And then also another public array. Actually, no, it's not game objects. No, we'll keep it at game objects. But this one, we'll do a public array of sprites called ducks, and then a public text called score. And then in order to access the GUI functions, you need to type in using Unity engine, I believe, .ui. So we need that in order to use the UI. Now what we want to do is I'm just going to comment these out for now. We'll want a function. We'll call this public void disable bullet, and then int index, because we're going to be passing in an index. And then we need to type in, okay, well, the array will be called bullets. And I'm going to pass in the index, and then set active, and then false. So basically the reason why I'm doing this is so whenever you click on the fire button, it'll pass in the index of that button, or of that bullet, I mean, and then it'll disable it so that it disappears. Okay. And then we'll also want another function, but it won't be public. This will be called reset bullets. And for here, I won't show you how to do this part. It'll be a for each game object in bullets. So you'll have to figure out how to do that. But in here we want to do bull. Well, I named the variable in here bull, and then set active true. Oops. The reason why I'm doing this is that when the duck spawns again, you get the graphic of the bullets back. So actually we want to uncomment this, and we're going to type in game manager. I can't remember what I put on here. So I think it was in, let's look at game manager events. That's the name of the my script. So game manager events dot on spawn ducks plus equals reset bullets. So keep in mind that if it's just an equal sign, then it's going to erase everything that was assigned to here, and we don't want that, so we'll just do plus equals reset bullets. Okay, now I'm going to oops. I'm going to fix my script off screen. Okay, now next we want to look at the shooter script. So since I've been using all these event scripts, I'll just double click on it. And the thing that I want is I need to be able to interact with the GUI, and I'm just going to do it the simplest way possible, which is by typing public GUI manager 2, and we'll name this manager. And then each time that we decrement the bullets, we want to pass that information to the manager. So I'll type in manager dot disable bullet, and we'll pass in the current index, which is the bullet amount. Okay. There's one thing that I forgot to do. So I'll just go ahead and show you how to do that. In here, we actually need to test to see if the index is out of range. So what we'll do is we'll do if index is less than 0, actually greater than 0, and index is less than bullets dot length. And the reason why we want to do this is because we could be given any kind of value in here, but we only want ones that are valid for this. Okay. Okay, now when we go to, so what we'll want to do is we'll want to attach the, the game manager too. We'll attach that to the canvas. I already have one from before, but I'll get rid of that. So just drag it onto here, and then you see we have bullets. Well, we'll set that to 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag the bullets into each one of these. Okay, and then also what we want to do is we want to go to the, the shooter event. So that'd be in the camera, and we'll drag the canvas, which has the GUI Manager 2 script on it. So now when we press play and we shoot, well, it doesn't go down all the way. So what we'll need to do is let's see, let me try something really quick. Well, that didn't work. Oh yeah, that's right. Instead of having this be is greater, have that be greater or equal to 0. Now we should be able to shoot all the way. There we go. Sweet. So that's working. Now we want to go to, let's go to the, let's see, what was it? I'll go back to here. Then I'm going to click back onto the game manager. Because we want the game manager to be responsible for managing the game. So for here, we want a, let's see, public. So basically the same thing that we did before. In the shooter events, we want, actually I'll just show you, a public GUI manager 2. And the way that this will work is, here we're gonna need an, let's see, let's see. So we'll have 8 ducks each round. So we'll need a, I'll just show you this. Need a public int called max ducks and a private int called current ducks, or current duck actually. And the way that this will work is I haven't written this part before, so we'll have to do some fiddling. So we'll have current ducks equals, actually current duck equal to 0. Okay. And we'll have a new method, public void increment ducks. And basically what this will be used for is each time that a duck is incremented, will increase the current duck. So we'll do current duck plus plus. And we'll do if current duck is less than max ducks. Okay. And we'll want to put that with, we'll do, oh yeah, since this is the game manager, we can just do on spawn ducks plus equals increment ducks. Okay, now we want another one, public void. Actually, these don't need to be public. Let's make them private. And this one will be change duck color. And what we'll do here is that whenever we shoot a duck, we want the white ducks to turn red. So what we'll do is we'll do let's see. We'll do oh yeah. We'll do manager oh yeah, that's right. We'll need to make this part. So let me go back to the manager. And here we're going to need a public void, a public variable, and this will be called change duck. And then once again, we'll pass an index into here. And then we'll do, once again, we'll do if index is greater or equal to 0 and index is less than, I'm guessing, we'll call this duck icons dot length. And then we'll do duck icons, oops, and then we'll do index. So since this is an image, or actually I should change that, it's not sprites, it's image, I believe. Let me check real quick. Basically it has to be the same thing that this is, so yeah. And so we'll need a public array of image called ducks. And so it's going to have a property called color, I believe. And we'll set that equal to color dot red. And then we'll need a reset. So we'll do here, this is what we'll do. In the game manager, we'll add another delegate. This one would be called on finish. And we'll do else if current duck is greater or equal to max ducks, and then we'll call on finish. The reason why we want to do that is because when we finish shooting all the ducks, what we want to do is we want to reset all the color of the duck icon. So we'll do private void reset ducks. And in here, once again, you'll have to have for each image in duck icons. And for here we'll just copy this. But instead of having this, since we're doing a for each, I'll just name it like that. That'll be the name of the variable in here. Okay, and then we'll want to add that reset ducks to, so game manager events dot on finish plus equals reset ducks. Okay. And then for here, let's continue. Actually, wait. Let me bring that back. I forgot. Oh yeah, so that's our method. So back here we want to do manager dot change duck, and we're going to pass in the current duck. So as the duck keeps incrementing, if we shoot it, so what we'll have to do is we'll have to do on duck shot plus equals change duck color. So now whenever we shoot a duck, then it will change the duck color to red. Okay. Let's see if this will work. I just have to go in and fix some of this stuff again. Oh, my bad. In the game manager, let me just show you, I guess. Make sure that this is not uppercase C, but rather lowercase c. Oh, and then one other thing that I forgot. This needs to be white. Okay, so now that I have that, let's go back to canvas. And now we have our duck icons. Let's change this to 8. And let's put in the duck icons. Okay, and now we'll need to click on the game manager and we'll set the max ducks to 8. And we'll need to add in, drag in the canvas to the manager. So now let's see if this works. And hopefully it will. Oh, that's one thing that I forgot to do. So in the, let's see, in the events, what I need to do actually is on finish, we'll need to reset the current duck to 0. And And let's see. So yeah, let's test that out again. So it's causing the second one. Let me see if I can figure this out. Duck icon should be that first one. You know what I'm actually going to do? I don't know if this is safe or not, but I'm actually going to put this at -1 to work around that, because I'm a little bit too lazy to figure out the reason why it's doing that. So now when we go like this, shoot the duck, the first one becomes red. Okay, so in order to fix that one again, we'll do we'll do -1 here. And -1 here. So that should fix that. Okay, so now finally let's work on the score. So for here, at the very bottom, we'll make another variable. We'll name this public void and set. We'll do set set score. And here we'll need to pass in a string. Actually, let's pass in an int instead. Int score. Then the variable should be, I think I named the variable score. And then, I mean, obviously, since I haven't written it out yet, text equals, then we have to do score dot to string. This converts the score into a string, which we then assign to the variable. You know, this is fairly basic. Just 1 second. Okay. And then for the game manager events, what we're going to do is we're going to have another one. Actually, no, not in the game manager events. Let's actually do this in the shooter. And so I'm going to have Well, no, actually, I changed my mind. Let's keep it in game manager then. So I'll have private int score, and the score is going to start out as 0, and we're going to need a private function. We'll call this set. We'll just call it set score. Why not? No, yeah. We'll call this set score. Then we'll do manager dot set score. We're going to pass in the score. We're going to also need another one. Here we'll do private void increment score. And in here, we're going to need public, and we'll call the score amount. So we'll have score. So each time that we shoot the duck, it'll increase by the score amount. So we need to add those. Well, after I set the score, I need to call the, what was it, the set score? Then after I do that, we'll have on duck shot plus equals what was it? Increment score. And then we're also going to do on duck shot plus equals and then set score. So this way it increments it and then it sends the score over. Okay, now let's see if that works. Actually, stop. Oops, sorry. We need to add the score right there. And then since we were working in the, well, oh wait, let's look at the main camera. No, it was game manager. We'll change the score amount to 100. So each time that we shoot a bird, it'll be a 100. Oops. Bink. Sweet. That's exactly what we needed. We'll go to duck movement. And then for here, I'm gonna do animator anim. And here you'll want to do use get component to get the animator the duck and set it to anim. we're going to create a new function. This is going to change the directions. So we'll do private void we'll do, wait, do I already have, no, let's do change animation, there we go. Here we're going to use the direction in order to know what direction that the duck is facing. So we'll do if direction dot x is, so if it's actually, do you know what? I'm just going to copy my script that I have. Oh, I didn't want that one. Here we go. I'm just going to copy this so, so you don't have to watch me type it all out. And I believe that I kept the same animation names for the duck. So duck fly upright, duck. And then we'll need to call this whenever the direction changes. So whenever the direction changes, and also after the random direction. Now hopefully this will work. Alright, I need to fix my script real quick. I'm going to do it off screen. Basically, I'm putting in the get component to get the animator. Duck movement, script events. movement events. This has an animator. Oh, duh. It's because I'm placing the animator in the wrong direction. Or wrong part. So instead of having it right there, you'll want it to have it be right there. To get a component, it has to be before random direction. Yes. Sweet. That's fantastic. Okay, that's all I'm going to show you guys.